Hi there, Denny here from Disney's Boardwalk Resort. Listen, it's time to celebrate this guy right here and that medal around his neck. And we're gonna have some carbs. We're gonna head in for the first re-review here on the channel at Trattoria al Forno. Trattoria al Forno, forgive me if I'm not saying it correctly. Perennially, it's been one of our favorites, so we're really looking forward to it, and we're hoping it is still up to snuff. But if it's not, I'll be sure to let you know. Settle in because we're headed for an Italian dinner. Hope you're hungry. It's been a year and a half since I reviewed Trattoria al Forno for the first time here on the channel, and I figured, why not? I've been here since then. I just haven't done it for the channel. So it'll be fun to see how the whole experience is. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous Run Disney weekend. And here we are. Let's hop inside. Holy cow. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. So we are here at the table, and already I'm having a conundrum because I was thinking this was going to be a straight up re-review. I would get the lasagna like I always get the lasagna. But we've sat down and there's an addition to the menu. Brian was the one who pointed it out, so he is to blame. Friends, there is a braised short rib on the menu. A braised short rib on creamy polenta. I love polenta. All right, as we continue looking at this menu, Brian has just pointed out, he is sitting over there studying the menu. I'm taking little videos and things, and sitting here blissfully thinking it was lasagna time. But he has pointed out that the ossobuco is no longer on the menu. And so the beef, meaty, hearty dish looks to be now that short. All right, we have fully reviewed the menu, contrasted with what the menu used to be, and indeed the fish dish and the ossobuco, so the beef dish, it was a veal ossobuco, have been switched out. So you now have the braised short rib atop the creamy polenta, and you have a pescado di giorno, del giorno, forgive me, which it comes with blended Italian cheeses, that kind of thing. But that's your fish dish on the menu. We have ordered a few things, just to bring you up to speed. They have one specialty mocktail on the menu. I wish they had a couple more. One is for something, for a nice restaurant like this. It's a watermelon mojito for $5.99. Our server said it was very good flavors, and so she talked me into it. I love a mojito. Watermelon, I'm okay with. Watermelon and Italian food, I'm not sure about, but I went ahead and ordered it just in case. Brian wanted the calamari, which, why not? You're eating Italian food, why not? The calamari, the price has gone up $1 in the year and a half since we've been here. We've enjoyed it in the past, but we'll share it with you when it arrives. And then, of course, the thing that I think is like the best side on Walt Disney World property is their garlic bread. It was typically $7. It is now $7.50. And while it is a side, you can order it as an appetizer. And please, for the love of all things Italian food, order the garlic bread side. Thank you. This has been my TED Talk. Thank you so much.
I did bring bread as well.
Awesome, thank you. All right, the appetizers, as you just saw, have arrived to the table. We've got the calamari. The calamari is $18 and features lemon aioli, parsley, and pepperoncini. And it's a really light fry. I'm just gonna pick up one piece and just kind of show you. So I know sometimes you go out to restaurants and it's like fried beyond recognition. This is a very, what looks to be a tender light fry. I'm gonna dunk it in the lemon aioli, because aioli is yummy, typically. Manja. Friends, that is so good. Chewy, but also tender, like not overly chewy. Oh gosh, that's so good. The brightness of the lemon in the lemon aioli. Like you typically think, I want a marinara to dunk my calamari in, and I am right with you. Marinara is a good thing. But this just kind of elevates everything. It is delicious. And my hubby is happy right now, because that was the one that he picked most of all. And then I'm gonna pick this baby up, because this is my BFF. Would you like to meet my BFF? Here he is. It's the garlic bread side. Like, look at it. Look how tall this thing is. I'm just gonna pull it apart here. Put that down. Look at this. Do you see this? And there's the marinara. Manja. It's beautiful. It's $7.50. Completely shareable. Please get this, please. Oh, wow. Thank you.
No rush.
It's been busy here at the table. The watermelon mojito has landed, and I love lime, so I'm really happy. There's a lime wedge there. But a little mint going on. Let me turn it around here. There's our mint. Okay. Okay. It's not as overly watermelon. It's like lightly watermelon. It's more limey than anything.
And color.
I like this. Also to the table landed the ciabatta rolls that you are given complimentary for dining here at Trattoria al Forno. It also comes with a little crock of roasted garlic in olive oil. How fun is that? And typically this has been very sweet. So cute little ciabatta roll. Dunk this in, get some of that roasted garlic. Here we go. Puffy little rolls, not at all hard, and sweet garlic. Brian knew what he wanted to eat here even before he made the reservation. He wanted the chicken parm. He's had the chicken parm lo these many years and has enjoyed it every single time. Literally, I think that's the only thing he's ever ordered at this restaurant, and rightfully so. It's his money. He wants to eat what he wants to eat. Oh, okay. He is telling me he did have the ossobuco. So once?
I think once.
Once. Okay.
It was great.
So we have just been talked into the lasagna. By we, I mean he. He has been talked into the lasagna.
He's excited about it.
And he's excited. He's excited about it. Okay. He wants you to know this. So I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Marina did let us know that it has been switched over from being the standing, remember it was like the standing crown roast almost of a lasagna, and that's been changed now. It's going to be square. It's made as in the traditional method in a pan. So cool about that. And shocker of all shockers, I've not ordered lasagna today. I went with that braised short rib, so I'll be trying the new beef option. Like as per usual, I will let you know my thoughts. I'm hopeful. I am. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. So friends, I'm going to show you a video real quick of what my dish looks like. and you will see that there's grease everywhere. The polenta is swimming in grease. I've touched base with Marina. She's going to touch base with the chef. And we'll figure out what to do, but I'm not eating all that grease. Friends, I've never had a bad experience here at Trattoria al Forno. So I want to mention that Brian literally just uttered that, like, we've never had it, and he's right. We've never had a bad experience. We love this. Like I said, when we were walking up to the resort, we love this place. Like, this is a surefire hit. That's why we're here on a Run Disney celebratory weekend. Like, but that roast, no. So what I've been told is that if I were to get the polenta and the braised short rib again this evening, it would come out the same way with as much grease. It is because the beef that they have today is consistently that fatty. So I guess that just happens sometimes with that dish. It had such, I had high hopes. It had such promise, right? But I'm really glad that it was very honestly told to me that, hey, if you were to order it again, it's going to be the same. So I am getting the lasagna al forno. I have ordered it. I am excited about it. Brian got it. And he is sharing some of his with me while I wait for mine. Chivalry is not dead. It's not. So let's try the lasagna. Oh, and here's mine. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. There it is. All right, so I'm tickled about that. Oh, piping hot too. So let's try a bite. Here we go. Manja. There is, I have no notes. It says, the menu says that we've got blended Italian cheeses, beef, veal, pork, the whole 9 yards. You know what I mean. Like I read off earlier, it is just so beautiful. It is not overcooked. Those toasty breadcrumbs on top make a difference. The meat, while I'm not I don't eat a lot of veal, I make an exception for this lasagna. That's how good this is. It's so tender and beautifully done. That creamy sauce on top is a bowl of comfort. A bowl of comfort. The braised short rib, not a bowl of comfort. A bowl of trouble. It's trouble. I'm going to enjoy this, and then we'll touch base. Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
As I always do, I am more than happy to share my dessert with you. As I always say.
As you always say. Listen. And then, okay, so here's the olive oil cake. Hold on, I'm grabbing the menu. The plant-based olive oil cake. It's olive oil pistachio cake, blueberry compote, candied pistachio, and blackberry gelato. And do you know what I'm realizing, friends? I'll tell you in a minute, but I'm realizing something, and I'm concerned. Hopefully it's unfounded. Brian got the chocolate gelato, $6.75, and he's a happy camper. So the dessert I chose is the newest on the menu. I've never had this one before, and I am greatly intrigued by it. I am a little concerned, and here's my concern. The pistachio cake, granted it looks different, but while at Festival of Flowers with Erica, if you know, you know, I'll link our video below. I tried a pistachio cake at Tangerine Cafe in the Morocco Pavilion in Epcot, and it did not go well. It did not go well. It was not a good thing. I have high hopes for this. The texture is different here. The color is the same. Hello, pistachios. But the texture is very, very different. So I'm going to get a bit of everything from the blackberry gelato to the blueberry compote. Here we go. That's delicious. fears were unfounded. I'm going to show you what the cake looks like. It has heft to it. The texture is really nice, and it has chunks of pistachio in it. Not huge chunks, but nice little sized chunks. And oh, that's delicious. And there is an olive oilness to it, like a sweetness, subtle. And sometimes it comes out as citrus notes. That's really good. Blackberry gelato is very yummy. As you can see, dinner has wrapped up at Trattoria al Forno out on the boardwalk. I have sought shelter here in the Carousel Coffee Cafe area. The cafe is closed, and so the seating area is still available to people if they'd like to come in and sit a spell. And sitting a spell I am, because I just wanted to give you my very final thoughts for the meal that was just had. I'm going to start with the good things. We'll start at the very beginning, and it's a very good place to start. And very good place to start indeed. Listen, I have espoused I've extolled the positive aspects of that garlic bread. Again, it's on the sides menu. It's nowhere near the appetizer menu, but please get it. Even at $7.50, even though it's gone up a little bit, it's still worth it. It's more than worth it. You saw how piled high that thing is. It's a pull-apart, just a pull-apart loaf of the most wonderful garlic bread. That being said, if you just want a little bread to go with your Italian favorites, then the ciabatta rolls that come complimentary will do the trick. You might just need to ask for a couple of additional. There were only 2 of us, so they gave us 3 rolls. Like, it's fine. It's fine. But if you want to take your meal at Trattoria up to the next level, please get that garlic bread. And then please let me know what you think. Like, if you've had it, let me know in the comments, because we could have a garlic bread side dish fan club here. I mean, that could be what this channel becomes. I'm fine with that. Number 2, the calamari was fantastic. It just was. No notes for that calamari. You could ask for a side of marinara. If you've got to have marinara with your calamari, I'm sure that they would be accommodating for that, or accommodating of that. You know what I mean. The lasagna that Brian received initially, spectacular. They went the right path in making it the square traditional lasagna again. I'm so glad that they did. It's all of the flavors of the way that the lasagna used to be, because it tasted good. It did get really dried out the way that it was before. This way, nothing is dried out. Everything is delicate. That is a delicate lasagna in all the best ways. It's so, so good. I highly recommend that. That is $31. Now, granted, I know it's hard to swallow the fact that a piece of lasagna is $31. You are at Disney, so, I mean, take it with a grain of salt. But it's $31, needless to say, well spent, in my estimation. And now to address the elephant in the room. The braised short rib for $35. I cannot recommend that anyone would ever order that. I can't believe that dish came to the table. I just can't. It is the only disappointing item I've ever been served at Trattoria. I have had even the swordfish salmoriglio dish that I had way back in the day that came with, if I remember correctly, some fairly large cannellini beans. Like, that dish isn't even on the menu. There's that new fish dish now. So I showed you what the short rib looked like when it landed on the table. There was a little bit of liquid around the outside. And I thought, is that a olive oil or is that grease? And so I looked back at the ingredients list, like I looked back at the description on the menu, and I went, yeah, that's not like an oil. That's not something that they've kind of worked into the dish. That's got to be grease. And then when I put my fork to the meat, And it took a bit because the first, like, I could tell it was pretty fatty. As soon as I started, like, pulling the meat apart, it just got worse. And then I cut into it at one point, and it released just a little river of grease until what I was looking at, and I showed you the footage there before it was removed from the table. I would not eat that, not in a million gajillion years, because it was polenta with grease. It was greasy polenta. It wasn't creamy. It might have been creamy, but it was also greasy. And I poked at the meat some more. It was very fatty. And I'm sorry, when you're paying $35 at a Walt Disney World restaurant, I deserve a piece of meat. I don't deserve a piece of fatty meat or a bowl of grease. And Marina handled it beautifully. She handled it the way it needed to be handled. And I just want to leave, I want to be very clear with that. Marina did a great job. But the fact that that dish was okayed to come out to be served is shocking. It is shocking to me. I was glad to have the heads up that were I to order it again tonight, the results would have been the same. That the meat that they had this evening was so fatty that it would have just been the Office of Redundancy office. So it is with all of that in mind, the fact that it can happen with this dish, I don't want you to have to go through what I went through. I don't want you to look forward to this dish that sounds so good, like gremolata and creamy polenta and arugula. I mean, what is not to love about that? And braised short rib. I don't want you to look forward to that dish to be greeted with what I was greeted by and what ultimately became of that dish, which was a hot mess. Please don't order that dish. I would never recommend that to literally anyone. No, not a person on this earth. So stick with that lasagna. It's going to treat you right. The question comes to you. Have you ever eaten at Trattoria al Forno here at Disney's Boardwalk? Let me know down in the comment section. And then, what was the most disappointing dish you have ever eaten here on Walt Disney World property? Listen, I don't like to go negative, but it is the theme of the evening with having been served that dish. I still can't believe it. I really can't. I mean, we all make mistakes. We are all human, but someone okayed that dish to come out knowing that grease was already happening around the outside and that likely when a fork was applied to it, grease was going to issue forth. I'm just saying. I'll work this out amongst myself. But let me know if you've ever been disappointed by a dish down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you had fun. If you did have fun, if you did consider it, helpful in any way, shape, or form, please consider giving it a like, this video, giving it a like. Thank you. I would appreciate that. Consider sticking around and subscribing to the channel, and please do share it with a friend who's coming down to Walt Disney World soon. They need to know not to order this dish. Please don't. Number 2, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, it's Denny_Sunderly. I would absolutely love to be able to connect with you there. And if you'd like to support the channel in an increased way, consider joining the Whole 9 Yards team. It's a Patreon team that we've got going on, and it is so much fun. We're having so much fun. And we have 2 exclusive live streams every month, and a lot of them are from Walt Disney World property. So if you're missing the magic, jump in there and join the Whole 9 Yards. It's $5 a month, and I'd love to have you there. I'll put the link down below. It's patreon.com/Denny_Sunderly. Thank you so much again for watching. From Disney's Boardwalk Resort and Trattoria al Forno, out the door, down the stairs, and around the corner. Have a great one, everyone. Take care. Bye.